So I want to talk about this little case where this teenage boy, the 16-year-old kid, killed himself because he was suicidal, and ChatGPT sort of acted as a suicide coach for the kid. And as a result of this, the parents are suing OpenAI so that they can probably make a whole bunch of money off of it. Now, I realize that's probably a kind of a cold and fucked up way to look at it, but there's plenty of other people out there that are going to be expressing lots of different opinions on this. I just wanted to share mine. So this does suck. This kid killing himself is awful, but I have more questions about the parents than I do a chatbot, because the chatbot is really kind of in its infantile stages right now, and this type of thing was probably inevitable. And I'm almost willing to bet that this has probably happened many times before. It's just it hasn't made national news for some reason, probably because the family did not have the smarts or the understanding to go looking for it, or the means to bring about any sort of lawsuit or anything like that. I don't know, but I'm just willing to bet that this has happened before. But I have more questions onto the parents' side of it than I do the chatbot, because the chatbot is a very imperfect thing. And I know that from experience that when you, especially with ChatGPT, because ChatGPT gets really awful after you start to have long conversations with it and it starts to sort of break down. So I don't use it specifically for that. I use it for just like one or two question sort of answering type deals. But I don't think that this is necessarily an issue with ChatGPT causing, I mean, it did sort of coach him through what could happen. And I realized that it's kind of fucked up and I shouldn't be laughing about it, but that's what happened. But like I said, I'm more concerned about how come the parents didn't fucking realize their kid was about to off himself? Like there were no red flags? Because from my experience of dealing with suicidal people and the training that I've received, there's always usually red flags. And so why didn't the parents get involved? And are the parents just capitalizing on the situation? Or are they just capitalizing on the death of their kid to try and make some money? Did the parents have a hand in this kid's downfall, his mental stability? It's hard to say. But I just feel like this type of thing, it's not out of the realms of possibilities that these parents are just taking advantage of the situation just to make money off of it. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. There could be a bigger thing sort of at play here with this. Lawmakers and whatnot, people of power trying to influence these things. Who knows? It's hard for me to say. But it is tragedy. And I think that suicide is, especially amongst younger people, is awful. And I feel like it's a kind of a symptom of our time that we live in. But that's all I really got to say on this one. I feel like with the way AI is going right now, we haven't even really crossed the threshold yet on what AI can really do. I feel like we're still in its most infantile stages, and a lot of people give it way too much credit for what it actually is. And I think that we are really far away from it being this AGI sort of thing, this super intelligent computer. I feel like with the way things are going, and it could be because I just don't maybe truly understand how it works, but I feel like a lot of this is just hype. It's just these companies hyping this shit up to make a lot of money. Sort of like, kind of reminds me of the .com bubble. And that it is truly amazing in certain capacities. And it is getting fucking crazy good, especially in the artistic field. I know for a fact that it codes really well, and that it's not really like this one singular brain that people always think it is. Like, a lot of people think of like ChatGPT as just like this intelligence, but really it's not. It's almost just like you took out the language part of the brain, and then that's what ChatGPT is. It's not really the whole picture. And all these different AIs are only really good at certain things, and that we don't even really have a full gambit of what it, like, even close to what the human mind can be capable of. And that it's only probably through like a network of all of these different types of AI are you going to get something that resembles an intelligent human being. Sure, it can mimic speech and the way we speak really well, but I just don't think that it's going to come anywhere near this type of thing. And so, again, I have more questions for the parents and how it came to this and his lifestyle and things like that. More so than I blame the AI, because the AI obviously this kid was suicidal to begin with, and that the AI doing what it did really just sort of pushed him over the edge. It might have been inevitable. It could have, and honestly, I'm not saying that the AI is good for this. It should not have done what it did, and that is OpenAI's fuck up. And I'm not saying that it isn't. I'm just saying that are a lot of other factors here at play other than just OpenAI, and that I am sure in no way these parents are just trying to capitalize on. I realize I'm just repeating myself here, but that's just my thought process on it. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. I'll see you guys later.